watch. If I have an angle here, theta, right? This is A, this is B, this is C. It says what? A squared plus B squared is equal to what? So if we come back and say, if this is Y, and this is X, and this is R, right? Someone tell me what it's going to say.
X squared plus Y squared is R squared.
X squared plus Y squared equal to what?
R squared.
Do you all agree to this?
Yes.
The goal now here is for you to stop me when you're confused, okay? But we agree that X squared plus Y squared to R squared. According to the trig we just created, right? Like, what was R? We said R is equal to what? Very smart. So that means, you agree X squared plus Y squared is equal to what? 1, right? People are like, how is that possible? It is true. X squared plus Y squared equals to 1. So now let's come down. We're not done though. What is cosine? Cosine is my what? My X is my what?
Cosine.
And my Y is my what? Which means what? Cosine what?
Theta.
Squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to what? Your first Pythagorean identity. That cosine squared plus sine squared is equal to what?
1.
First rule. How is that possible? From this rule, x squared plus y squared equal to 1.
Why you put the square outside of
Very true. If we had started basic in trig, you understand that. But we've gone too hard. So pay attention to trig. You see in trig, if you do this, you're squaring the angle. If you do this, when you square cosine, it's the same as this. You put the square in between the what? The trig and the what? The angle. But if you put the square in front of the angle, you're squaring only the what? Angle, right? So let me do an example. Say, so I said sine x all squared, right? Is the same as what? Sine squared what? X, right? But it's not equal to what? Sine x squared. When you do this, this is not equal to this. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
So the angle has to be, the square has to be inside between the what? The angle and the trig identity, right? So the first identity say cosine squared plus sine squared is equal to what? There are 3 of them. So it's 3 Pythagorean identities. Right? So we found the first one. How do I find the second one? Very smart. Manipulate formula. So we're going to find the second one this way. Also to the rules you just created, we created together, right? So let's say I want to divide everything by cosine. Okay, I'm dividing everything here by cosine. So let's do it step by step so you can see. So I'm taking this formula here, cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta, right? Equal to 1. I am going to divide everything by what? Cosine squared, right? So I'm dividing this whole thing by cosine squared. I'm dividing this everything by cosine. In math, whatever you do on one side, do it on the other side. Do you agree, right? So what does cosine squared divided by cosine squared give you?
1.
1. Like anything divided by itself, it gives you what? 1. So we agree on that, do we? So that's 1 right here. But pay attention. What was sine divided by cosine? We did it earlier. What was sine divided by cosine? We did it earlier. We called it what? The quotient identity, right? So sine divided by cosine is what?
10.
Which means sine squared divided by cosine squared is what?
10.
Excellent. Equal to. So equal to, hold on, let's come to our reciprocal identities, right? What was 1 over cosine? 1 over cosine was what?
Secant.
Right? So that, what do you think 1 over cosine squared is going to give you?
Secant.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your second Pythagorean identity. You said what? It was hard last year.
Yes.
Now it's light.
He did the exact same thing.
No, he didn't.
I just slow.
Okay. Nay, are you okay? Are you cool? Okay. You said you know how I got a tangent, but you don't know how I got this guy? Through your reciprocal identity right here. 1 over cosine is what? Secant, right? So 1 over cosine squared should be what? Secant squared. Agree? Yes, sir.
So, are you always going to use the quotient identities and the reciprocal identities to get the Pythagorean?
Yes, we just did, see, we took this guy, right? Then we divided everything by what? Cosine squared, right? So guess what we're going to do this time? Instead of dividing by cosine, we're going to divide by what? Sine. So we're going to take the same formula,
The same thing.
the same formula, cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta, right? Equal to 1. This time, what am I dividing by, sir? Sine, right? But I'm going to divide by sine squared. You see that, right? So I'm going to divide everything by what? Sine squared theta. Sine squared theta. So ladies and gentlemen, what, again, is cosine? For those who are pre-cal, just keep quiet a little bit. Let it, that was two students get it. What is cosine divided by sine? You've done it already. Cosine. Cosine divided by sine is what? We already did that, right? Did you guys see that? We created a long time ago, right? We said cosine divided by sine is, so this would be cotangent what? Cotangent squared theta, right? What is sine squared divided by sine squared give you? 1. Very good. But then, come back to you, Nate, because you asked this question. 1 over sine. You've done it before. What is 1 over sine? What do you call it?
Is it cosecant?
No, it has a cosecant. I agree? You cool with all. So this would be what? CSC squared theta, right? And let's say that this is your third what? Pythagorean identity. So, we've created 3. Now, out of these 3 formulas, right, you are going to help me create 9 formulas. But you're going to create it yourself. You're going to help me create 9 new formulas that you created yourself. So, we're going to do it together though. But I'll call on you. So 9, so be prepared. So let's do 8 first. Let's say 8 new formulas. Let's do 8. We'll get to 9 after we finish the 8th one. Let's try 8 first now. I'll create the first one. Look how I'm going to create it. We're going to manipulate. This is how you know you become so good at mathematics. I am going to come here, right? You see this formula right here? I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to say cosine squared plus sine squared equals to 1. Therefore, cosine squared is equal to 1 minus sine squared. You guys agree to it? You guys agree? Cosine squared plus sine squared equals to 1. So what do? I move the what? So I say cosine squared equals to what? 1 minus what? Sine squared. Do you see that? So who wants to try to manipulate one of these? Raise up your hands if you want to go for it. Don't speak, just raise up your hands. Who wants to go for the second one? Yes, Nate, you're ready. I can see you excited. Go for it. Come on. Leave me hanging like that. Yes, Nate, go ahead. Late comment.
Do we have to use that formula? Can I use that one?
Yeah, we're going to use this one now.
Try sine squared theta equals to 1 plus 1 minus cosine. No. What?
So the twins are arguing with each other.
Was I getting so?
You're close. We're waiting for you to finish.
Oh, okay. Where did I stop?
We don't know. That twin might help you out.
Okay. I gotta repeat that. Okay, so it did sine squared theta equals cotangent or cosecant.
Twin, why don't you help it out since you know it? Go ahead.
All right, I'm right there.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Sine squared theta equal to 1 minus cosine theta.
Square
theta, yeah.
Excellent. You got it right. For the first time, a football player gets something right.
I take offense to that. I know the answer. I know the answer. I was to go.
So 1 minus...
Want the class to get it.
You guys see that though? Is that cool? That was just basic, correct?
Is that cool, Vincent?
It was pretty basic, correct? You see that?
So that's 2.
That's 2. So let's come to this guy and create one more. From this one. We're going to come to this one and create one. Go ahead.
Tangent squared theta equals
Secant?
secant squared theta minus 1.
Excellent. She gets 1 too. She said tan squared theta is equal to secant squared theta minus 1. You see before we move on. What she did, she moved the 1 to this side and got tan squared equal to secant squared minus 1. Who wants to try the next one? Raise up your hand if you want to go for it. Yes, sir. Go for it.
Tan squared theta equals,
Could you start again?
Yeah. 1 equals secant squared theta minus tan squared theta.
Excellent. He moves the what? 10 there. So he says that secant squared theta minus tan squared theta is equal to what? 1. There's still one more you can get from here. Actually, there's still 2, but you can get one more from here. One basic one from this guy. Who wants to go for it? Come on, it's there. Keep looking. You can manipulate it a certain way. Yes, you can get one more from here. Come on. Algebra 2. We're waiting for you. Coffee. She knows what coffee is. Come on. Okay. Anybody? Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah. Crowd. What was that?
Secant squared theta plus tan squared theta equals -1.
No.
It would be hard for it to be plus though, because you see this plus, the one is here, so it can't be
Yeah,
plus.
secant squared theta equals 1 plus tan squared theta.
But that's already there.
So then 10 secant 12. Yeah. So secant equals 1 plus tan squared. I did that.
It can't be 1 plus.
Secant minus 1. Secant minus 1 equals tan.
But how can it be 10 minus 1 when the 1 is 10 added to
1
it?
minus secant equals -10.
Yes, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah, 1 minus secant equals -10.
1 minus secant,
No, secant squared.
Yeah, 1 minus secant equals 10. -10.
that's it. 1, he brings the secant down here, right?
Yeah.
And he moves the 10 to what? So he says 1 minus secant squared theta is equal to negative what? 10 squared theta.
Why would you want to do that?
You see that? 1 minus secant squared theta equals to negative 10 squared theta. There's another one you can still get. Look at it deep, you can get it. One more, you can get another one. You can flip both. Yes, go for it, separate.
Negative secant squared theta equals negative tan squared theta plus 1.
I'm so confused. Did you understand what he said?
Get it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to say it again to help us out? Because I think I was confused a little bit.
Negative secant squared theta equals negative tan squared theta plus 1.
This is minus 1, right?
Right.
Oh, it's minus, yeah, minus
He
1.
meant minus.
Yeah, he meant 1. So he's multiplying everything by negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's cool. There's one more we're missing. I'll write that later. Yeah, go ahead.
Tan squared theta minus secant squared theta equals -1.
Excellent. He killed it. He did it. Look what he did. He said what? Tan squared theta. He brought the what? Secant here, right? Then what did he do? He moves the what? Oh, you got it. So let's go to the last one. We got 4 more in this one we're gonna get. Who wants to go? You ready? We finished with this guy now. We've manipulated this enough, right? So we're gonna come to this last guy. We're gonna get 4 more formulas here from here.
Okay.
Jordan, right?
Yep.
This is making sense to you what we're doing?
Yep.
Anybody wants to go?
Brandon.
Yes, you haven't gone. You went first, but you cannot do it. So go ahead.
Cosecant squared theta minus 1 equals cotangent squared theta.
All right, she got it right. She said that. She moves the 1, right? So she said cosecant squared theta minus 1 equal to what? Cotangent squared what? Theta. 3 more. Let's go. Who hasn't spoken? This is for those who have not done it. If you've not tried one, this is your turn. Somebody. It has to be somebody who hasn't tried it. Yeah, go for it. You ready?
Sure.
Okay, go.
1 equals cosecant
Squared.
squared theta minus cotangent squared theta.
Okay. He says cosecant squared theta minus cotangent squared theta is equal to what? 1. Okay? Flores, you still want to go? Or that was the one you were going to say? Okay. Somebody who has not tried. Nate, you want to go?
Let's go, Caleb.
Jordan, go for it.
Alright. Cosecant squared theta equals cotangent squared theta minus 1.
But cosecant is already equal to this though.
Alright.
It's a good try. You want to go? You already gone. Yes, go.
1 minus cosecant squared theta is equal to negative cotangent squared theta.
Excellent. 1 minus cosecant squared theta equals to negative what? Cotangent squared theta. Somebody else. One more. Come on. One more. You can do it. Mexicano. Go for it.
Cotangent squared theta minus cosecant squared theta equals -1.
Got it right. Cotangent squared theta minus cosecant squared theta equal to -1. So how many formulas have we created now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did 10, not even 8. We did 10. Congratulations, class. You did 10, not even 8. You created 10 formulas.